The idea of today's Spotlight on Music is to introduce you to the new faculty that we are so lucky to have.
Hi, I'm Tom Beyer. At a very young age, I got very excited about sounds. The sound of the wind in the trees, the sound of the water drops on the roof of my patio. And that led me to be really interested in becoming a drummer. And from that, I really started practicing like every single day. I was doing at least 6 hours a day. By the time I was 14, I was hired as a drummer for a big band, which had 18 people in it. They were all in their 40s. I was 14. They'd pick me up, drive me within, go back. And that actually then made me go to Manhattan School of Music. Ultimately, I wound up dropping out just before I should have graduated because they said, you need a couple of extra credits. You didn't take this, you didn't take that. And I said, I don't need this degree. I'm going to walk away. Biggest mistake I ever made. Don't do that. Okay, that's really a bad idea. You have the opportunity, you're almost there, take care of it. So I did that, and then I found out, I'm not going to get this job because I don't have a degree. I can't get that job because I don't have a degree. I got this job, but they're only going to pay me half of what they're paying this other person. So what do? Eventually, then I wound up going back to NYU to finish my degree there. And while I was there, I got hired as a student worker to do the repair, all of the stuff that Rick does, fixing cables and whatever. And then I also got hired to work on some of the computers because they needed an extra computer person. And then the person who was my boss got really tired because they weren't giving her enough money to hire the people that she needed. And so she said, hire him, he's better than me. I wasn't, but that's what she said. And then I was there for 25 years as the head of the technology for the music and performing arts professions. Over 2,000 students and a huge number of faculty. I don't even remember the number. But anyway, that really allowed me to explore electronics a lot more. So right now, I'm teaching electronics, the intro to electronics and electronics 2, as well as a basic musicianship class. But where my heart really is in sound. And so sound can come from anywhere. I like to hear it from anywhere. You can do it with anything, right? So, come and visit me.
So I'm the new percussion drum teacher, student as well. I introduced to this place by Carl Latham, and I wish I could have his hands and play like him, but never. And should I talk about anything before I play?
Anything you want to do. It's your stage.
So I got my undergrad in Manhattan School, and I got my master's in Juilliard, and I just freelance in the city. And I'm originally from Israel, and I brought this drum. It's called a doumbek. I don't know if you guys know. It's
We did a piece last year in choir, and Elena, she's here. I saw her.
Hi.
She played.
I know her.
Yes, and she played, right.
Cool. So a doumbek is like an Arabic, like a Middle Eastern drum, and there's so many ways to play it. But let me just try to give you some, to show you what it does. So. I know Tom. He was talking about sounds, and all percussion. We all work with sounds, and it used to be that you can be in an orchestra and just play an orchestral in music, like Mahler, Bartok. It can be okay, but these days it's not enough. So you need to know Brazilian music. You need to know some Middle Eastern music. You need to know rock, funk, jazz. You cannot go play Bernstein without knowing 2 and 4 and the hi-hat or to understand. And so a lot of the practice for percussion comes from the body as different sounds. So for example, like a snap. Everybody can do that, yeah? You can try. Or try this. Okay, so this is what we do in the drums. We use that, like. Okay, so that's part of the things that we do, and and that's it.
Who have you played with, Fanny?
It's okay.
Come on, please.
What?
Who has he performed with?
Different people.
Israeli Philharmonic,
Yeah.
Yes.
In the Heights,
Okay.
Joan
Yeah.
Osborne, go through the list.
Okay, our next, Alex.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here at CCM. Really enjoy the students and the faculty. I currently teach general piano class, secondary piano 1, chamber ensemble, and I have some private students as well. So it's been a joy to be here. I earned my undergraduate degree from a school called the Eastman School of Music in Rochester, New York, where I studied jazz and classical piano. And then I got my master's degree in jazz composition at the Manhattan School of Music. And since I've been a working musician, I play a lot of jazz, I play pop music, all different styles of music, play electronic keyboards too, not just acoustic piano. In 2024, it's really, it's great to be able to be versatile and be open to all types of musical gigs. So whatever your focus is, stay open-minded. There's a lot of different types of gigs out there, and I think that's really good. I've been all over the world with different groups, one being the Dizzy Gillespie All-Stars, and I have been to Africa and Italy with Professor Carl Latham. So we've seen the world a little bit. Some other people I played with, Paquito de Rivera, Lenny White's band, Ronnie Barrage's band, Jerry Gibbs' band. I play with a lot of drummers. And Carl Latham's band. And it's really been, music has been a tremendous joy for me, playing as well as teaching. So thank you for having me join the faculty. Oh, okay. I didn't know if we were supposed to play now or later.
And what are you playing, sir?
Oh, I don't even know yet. We'll find out. I'm just gonna start playing. We'll figure it out later.
please. Amir Mortazai and our own lovely, lovely Yuka Yanagi.
I can talk.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Amir Mortazai. It's my second year here, actually. I was a student here about 40 years ago. And then I ended up transferring out to Rutgers, got my bachelor's in classical piano performance. And then, like 10 years later, went off to NYU, got my master's in theory and composition. Like all of you guys, I love all kinds of music. I live for classical music, of course. We're going to play classical music. But I play in bands. I play folk music. I love the blues, like 1930s blues. I have a background in like film scoring. I do some like hip hop production, some pop production. And the piece I chose, I'm sorry, this is Professor Yanagi. I don't know. And she's really helping me out. We're gonna play a Mozart piece and a Brahms piece. Normally when we play, we always do like the Brahms and the kind of showpieces, and this time she obliged. And we're gonna do a Mozart piece. I always think of Dr. Gorman. Dr. Gorman was my teacher when I was here like 20 years ago. And after I finished at Rutgers, I would actually go to Dr. Gorman's, and the two of us, we would practice, he would drink, and then we would go.
We know him, yes.
And we'd concertize, and he would teach me like all the Mozart pieces. So this particular one is a piece that Mozart wrote when he was 18 years old. Mozart was advised by his father when he would tour Europe to write pieces that showcased his piano virtuosity and his like compositional ability. And so he wrote a bunch of these pieces for him and his sister. His sister, I don't know if people know this, Nanurl, was also like an incredible pianist. So the two of them would go around concertizing. And so he wrote this when he was 18 on a trip across Paris and Vienna. Enjoy. Oh yeah, I'll say something. 5 in F sharp minor, the famous piece.
Brahms.
Brahms, yes.